Welcome to the Dairy Church Kitchen. Today we're going to be featuring a recipe out of the Hershey Public Library Cookbook. It is a wine cake, and the person who submitted it was Lida Anne Brandt, who is a member of our church. So I thought it'd be a great idea to make her wine cake today. It's very easy. We have vegetable oil, 4 eggs, a box of yellow cake mix, instant pudding, nutmeg, the spray for your pan, your bundt pan, and some dry sherry. Okay, you mix all the ingredients together, very easy. So I already have the pudding and the cake mix in there. We're going to use 4 eggs. And I use those at room temperature. It doesn't really say, but I do like to bake with the eggs being at room temperature, unless it calls for it. And then we have the nutmeg, which is 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. I'll give it a little zing to it. And we have 1/4 of a cup of the oil.
Now while you're pouring it, I notice you're using your whisk attachment and not your paddle. Any particular reason? Just
Well, no, not really, but this has to be mixed for 5 minutes.
Okay.
And it makes this a little airier.
Oh, nice.
And 3/4 of a cup of sherry.
Does that really take the place of water?
I think yes.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and it will be very moist. Lida Anne has in the recipe that the longer it goes, if you have leftovers, the longer it goes, the better it tastes. So you might even make this several days ahead of time. And I know even baking Christmas cookies. I have a lot of Christmas cookies that I'll use amaretto or some other liqueur, and they say a lot softer.
So you're going to set that for 5 minutes.
We're going to set this for 5
Okay.
minutes. At medium speed. Okay, now that it has been beaten for 5 minutes, we'll take that off and put it in our, of course this never goes white like you want it to. There you go. We're going to spray Pam into your bundt cake. And I use quite a bit because I want my cake to come out. And we're baking this cake for 45 to 50 minutes. I think 45 will be just great. And in an oven that's 350, okay? Beautiful color. There's speckles of brown in there of the nutmeg. And like I said, this flavoring gets better with time. So don't hesitate to make this several days ahead of time. It'd be one thing off your checklist when you're having company over. So it's a nice dessert. You can do it a couple days in advance. Okay, I think we're doing good there. We're going to put this in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. Here's the finished product. It's very, as you can see, very moist. And it doesn't need any frosting. All I did is put a little bit of powdered sugar and a tad bit of nutmeg on the top. And I'm sure this cake freezes very well. Make it ahead of time. And I hope you enjoy that. Remember, Jesus and germs are everywhere, so wash your hands and say your prayers.